Hey, what's up guys, Ariak Wolf back here, and welcome back to At a Glance. Today we're looking at Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth and the full patch that was released on December the 8th, 2014 by American time. And yeah, this brought some small changes to Beyond Earth in general, but overall it's a pretty big fix. They've edited some things. They've pretty much changed the game for the better, and they've made improvements. They made resource changes. They made a bunch of stuff, and I was putting off doing this at a glance, or doing a review of Beyond Earth. I'm still not doing it yet, due to the fact that if you have a look back at Civilization 5, the same thing happened. When it was first released, the game was incomplete, I guess you could say. It wasn't that great, and then when the new DLCs came out, it slowly got better. The patches fixed it and stuff like that. But anyway guys, so I'm going to do about a 20-minute video here, and I'm just going to go through what Beyond Earth has to offer now. There's also a list of patch notes I'm going to go through, and yeah. But anyway, so options are same as usual. As you can see, I've got everything on max. But yeah, nothing's changed here, really. Wait, I should probably put on the music. There we go. Okay, so I haven't tried multiplayer yet, so I'm not sure about that. But yeah, the Civilopedia is actually an aspect of this now, as it was originally in this game, but I haven't done a review of it yet, as I have said. So anyway guys, we're going to go into a single player game, and we're going to set one up. We're going to have a look. So we're going to go on... I don't know, let's just go on Mercury. So, game pace, let's go quick. Map size, we want standard. Okay. It's somewhat of a disappointment for me. I mean, I was expecting it to be different from 5, and I got relatively disappointed because it takes a lot from Civilization 5. There are good and new things, so like the tech web. I'm not sure whether they fixed the no, I'm not sure whether this is an issue, but the affinity system kind of needs to be reworked, so you can only really go down one option. Alright, here we are, we're spawning in. Oh, we get to choose where we spawn? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so we got the country of Brasilia, I do believe. I cannot be sure because I haven't played enough of this game. But there's not very much in terms of the actual, when you start the game, in terms of the civilizations, as you saw in the previous starting bit when we were booting up. There's only 8 civilizations, and I think they really need to expand on that, because there are still some things they can do, like Micronesia area, they can do like United Islands or something along the lines of that. But anyway, so we're gonna start off with getting a worker, because we seem to have some fungus things here. I actually thought they were not fungus. Those fungus look very 2D, or they look a bit odd. Anyway. So, we discovered a resource pod. These are essentially the ruins from Civilization 5. I must admit, this game is a lot easier to get into than Civilization 5. In comparison, it is extremely easy. Anyway, guys, these are the victories. The victory types, so that's essentially conquer all other players' capitals, launch 1 lasercom satellite, discover the Pugrinto signal, and research a bunch of stuff, and launch a lasercom satellite. So, anyway, this is quite interesting, and you also got the covert ops is a bit different now, as is the skill trees. If you ever played Civ 5, you'll know that this is usually 1 tier, and it's usually cut off just here. But they've changed it now, and yeah. So, you can either go down Might, which is it's giving you the information there, but essentially military, big populations, science, and production. So, if you're gonna go with military Civ, I would say production and military. Basic satellite. Free solar collector. What is a solar collector? Launch orbital unit. What does this do? Let us launch it over here. Let's launch it here. I have no idea what a solar collector does. Wait, can we do the Civiliopedia? Okay, so this is where the Civiliopedia becomes useful, because okay, +1 energy on tiles you own. Okay, so we maybe want to bring that back down. I had no idea what that did, so I just launched it. But anyway, so yeah, I am not used to this, I must admit. Okay, we can't move orbital units apparently, so I had no idea. Okay, anyway, so let's just, do we need to click here? I cannot, I don't know how. Anyway, so let's go back down here, return to map. Okay, so the city has grown. Sleep. Okay, so this is the city screen. This basically tells us what we can do, gives us more in depth of the surrounding area. So we got quite a few mountains and canyons around here, which is natural defense against enemies, which is very useful. Yes, we are Brasilia. I am not sure. Ooh, okay, new player touching down. It is Franco-Iberia.
The temple
no,
doors
it is
of the Protectorate are open.
Protectorate. Okay, so that is essentially the Indian region. So that's quite interesting. Anyway, so we're getting planetary survey right now. And what I wanted to point out, and I forgot to, is the tech web. This tech web reminds me exactly of Endless Space. If any of you have played that, I would recommend it. It is quite a decent game. You can build your own units and stuff in it. It's very nice. But anyway, yeah, this is very similar. Even this tech habitation is the same. Some of this Planetary Survey is the same name from that that game, and I think Beyond Earth has taken a lot of inspiration from Endless Space. But anyway, so this is just me going through. I am not actually, so that is an alien list. I have not encountered those. And here we are, another player, and it is the Pan-Asian Cooperative. We've discovered Farbase 1.
合作，光宗耀祖。
Farbase 1 has been discovered, and it is right there. These are essentially city-states, I guess you could say, from Civilization 5, but they're a bit different. Anyway, so there's a bit that's changed. I mean, for me, I've never seen some of these like this. Resolin, I've never seen before. I am quite surprised that actually exists. And yeah, anyway, so okay, so they've reworked some of the techs here and some of the buildings. Ultrasonic fence used to be within 2 tiles. The ecology thing that I'm hovering over now used to be within 2 tiles. Now it's with it used to be within 4. Sorry, now it's within 2 tiles. Which is quite interesting because I thought that was a bit overpowered, and I'm glad they actually fixed that up a bit. Anyway, we want to go for... let's just go for designer life forms. So that's going to get us up there. Okay, so we're going to get chemistry first. And yeah, so now we can build a couple more units. We can build a colonist, which makes an outpost. I really like the amount of tooltips they have in this one. It's quite useful. Health, by the way, is the happiness of the city. Well, it translates from the happiness of the city, which is, again, it's a nice change. I mean, to be honest with you, if you bought Civilization 5, you're probably not going to need this for a while until it gets some more DLCs and stuff. But anyway, so this fall patch, as they said, another one. So this fall patch, as they said, has reworked some buildings, as we've seen.
The Commonwealth welcomes you.
Okay, so that's Australia, the island nation area. But they've reworked some buildings, barely. They've reworked the health of some units. I'm not sure about the affinity yet. I should probably have checked the files. I do apologize. Yeah, but they've reworked some of the tech tree. They've reworked units. They've added more resources that I can see, like fiber and resin, as I said. And yeah, I am actually quite happy with this so far. I may actually start playing a bit more. So we discovered another resource pod. There is chitin. Okay, that is some kind of animal. So we can get knowledge, or we can... there are certain things we can go down, but I think we will go down might. Anyway. Yeah, so... okay, so we got some more research points, and we got our first military unit. So, these guys cannot stack like they can in if you've ever played Pandora First Contact. So, don't expect them to stack, they still don't. Some people will be very disappointed with that. I, for one, don't really mind. Here we go, another player touching down. I'm not sure how...
Sputnik, Sławiańska Federacja pozdrawiaje Tybia.
I'm not sure how it works in multiplayer, as I said, so I can't really give a review on the multiplayer as of yet. But all in all, this is quite the decent patch for this game. I'm actually enjoying it a bit now. It was a bit different before, and oh, okay, we are researching organics already. That is not wise. We should probably go for some kind of closer tech than that. Genetics looks decent. I kind of want to go for the... It seems they've removed some of the affinity pluses, which is good, but I feel they haven't removed enough. Okay, so I want to get that. Engineering, and we'll get some supremacy affinity. Now, if this fall patch has just brought a ton of bug fixes, I guess, and a ton of general improvements, building changes, unit changes. It's quite decent. Now I'm gonna go over the affinity real quickly, even though I probably shouldn't yet. But the affinity is essentially harmony is synergizing with the alien planet that you live on now. And yeah, there's a bunch of pluses for that, and that's basically you befriend aliens, you're better in miasma, which damages this stuff, which damages normal units, and yeah. So there, I haven't gone down them yet. I went down purity. So purity is essentially want to keep the human race as it is. It's alright, but it's not the best. I feel it's decent, but it's not my favorite by far. I went down it. I mean, it's the only one I've really tried. Supremacy I want to try because it's essentially going above and beyond what humanity was capable of back on Earth and changing the world into a essentially better place. And yeah, so I must admit they've not done anything. They've not done any changes to the graphics or the sounds. But I'm happy that Firaxis actually finally bothered to patch this game, because when it first came out, I was like, this game is due for a patch. I'm not going to be able to do a review on it if it doesn't have a patch, and that's where I think this was worth it. I may do a patch soon, but patch updates and a review soon, but yeah. So here we have one of the quest decisions that are randomized, and yeah, so these essentially give us two options which give us benefits to our civilization. So we can either get plus 15 city hit points from clinics, so essentially strengthening our cities, or plus 1 health, so we can have more happiness. So I think we will go for defense workers, so because I'm trying to go a bit militaristic here. Okay, so we have 5th player down, and it is the Americans.
How may the corporation serve you?
And yeah. Anyway, so we are going to send this worker over this way. We have another quest decision. Oh. We would want to go for science, I believe. Okay, so yeah, that was another quick quest. We are currently building an old Earth relic. I really wish you could queue units. I'm not sure whether you can, actually. I'm gonna try. So we cannot build trade vessels, but we can build a trade depot. Okay, so no, we cannot queue buildings, which is rather annoying, but I guess it's still decent. Anyway, so yeah, this is quite a decent patch. I mean, the game before this was very much I wouldn't call it a AAA title. And that's what it was released as. I paid $90 for this game when it first came out, and I only played 3 hours, so I was not very happy. And yeah. Anyway, guys, so my final verdict on this patch is that it's made Civilization Beyond Earth worth playing now. And I do believe that Firaxis have done a great job of actually patching the game. I'm not going to criticize them and say what I was thinking of saying, but yeah, they've definitely added to the game, and I'm glad that they actually listen to their community. And I work with video games myself. I know it can be hard to develop video games. I know you're not going to be able to get everything within the game, what you want in the game, and you may do that later, which is what I do as a game developer, and I'm happy with that on the whole. But anyway, guys, so this patch has, to sum up, added a lot, and it's made Beyond Earth, Civilization Beyond Earth worth buying now. So I recommend it, and yeah, I think personally that it's best to play with friends. That's just from my opinion. And yeah, so they haven't reworked it. Wanted to see how they do review. Let me take a quick look at that. And here are the Franco-Iberians.
Venez, mettez-vous.
Okay, so yeah, they haven't reworked this at all. We can still keep that as usual. But anyway, guys, so I'll see you later. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe to my channel for more at-a-glances, reviews, gameplays, and commentaries. I'm trying to get a contract with another channel. I'm working for them on Call of Duty commentaries, and yeah, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later, and I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.